Tonight we are learning more about a former youth leader accused of molesting young boys in York County. Turns out Thomas Seifert faced similar accusations back in the 1980s. The Boy Scouts of America even put him on a list. We're told he got around it by a simple spelling mistake. 10 on your side's Erin Kelly joins us now with the new information she uncovered. Erin?
Well, we've learned that inconsistencies in the spelling of Seifert's name, according to the Boy Scouts, allowed him to continue working with Scouts years later. Tonight, a York County leader says that's not an excuse, and he expects more from the organization to protect children. This week, we told you about Thomas George Seifert, 56, of Yorktown. The former assistant Boy Scouts leader is accused of sexually molesting 2 teens over the past several years at his home and at a community pool.
To hear about somebody even that would molest these children, and not just necessarily molest children in general, but to molest the children that they're trying to teach and to make good citizens of. It's just appalling to me. I can hardly believe it.
Deputies say Seifert used his position with the Boy Scouts and as a worker at the Edge Hill Pool Snack Bar to meet his victims, but they don't believe anything ever happened during a scouting activity. But here's the problem. The Boy Scouts say Seifert was banned from scouting in 1988 following a report of abuse. He continued scouting years later, the organization says, because of inconsistencies in his name.
It might have been used as a reason, but it shouldn't have been a reason.
These documents, back from when Seifert lived in Alaska, say, quote, there has been some concern about him and his relationship to youth members in Okinawa. Apparently, there were some sexual activities in which he engaged related to youth members. This 1988 letter was supposed to be the end of Thomas Seifert's time as a leader with the Boy Scouts. Quote, I am going to set up a confidential file and refuse registration should he attempt it anywhere in the country, the director of registration service wrote a scout leader in Alaska.
No parent would expect something like this to happen to one of their children by a Boy Scout representative. And this is what hurts me so much, I guess. We have them come to the Board of Supervisors just about every meeting.
The Boy Scouts say since learning about all of this, Seifert has been removed from the program. They go on to say, quote, there have been instances where people misuse their positions in scouting to abuse children. And in certain cases, our response to these incidents and our efforts to protect youth were plainly insufficient, inappropriate, or wrong. Where those involved in scouting failed to protect or worse, inflicted harm on children, we extend our deepest apologies to victims and their families. And according to a spokesman from Joint Base Langley Eustis, Seifert has been working as an intelligence analyst for the Air Force Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance Agency. He has active duty experience in the Air Force, and he's declined to talk to us from jail. Erin Kelly, 10 on your side.